What's going on, guys? It's Cliffy here. Welcome back to another Everybody's Tennis episode. Now, before we get too far into this, remember, if you are new, to hit that subscribe button. And remember, hit that like button. Let's aim for about 20 likes on this video here today. Now, I did say before I went away on holiday that what I was going to look at doing is possibly doing 2 games per episode. And I think that's what we are going to start doing, because otherwise we are going to be here for God knows how long. So 2 games, well, at least 2 games in an episode, and hopefully that is going to speed things up just a little bit. I did purchase something that is a little bit different for me, but did purchase some editing software yesterday. Still getting my head around how it all completely works, but what that does mean for the channel is that there is going to be a lot more different content, and I think a lot better content as well. It's going to take out a lot of the boring stuff. You know, in the middle of Don Bradman, it means that I can go and do some foot drafts. You know, I can do a Road to Glory on FIFA, which is something I've wanted to do for a very, very long time. And yeah, as I said, just get rid of those boring bits in the middle where nothing much happens. And potentially we could look at doing this with this series as well, once, as I said, I've got my head just around how everything all works a wee bit better. Just because, you know, that way we could potentially look at doing 3, 4, even 5 games. You know, we could look at doing a Clarsa video, which, you know, heading back now would have been, you know, an ideal thing that we could have gone and done. But for today, we are just going to go, and as I said, potentially play through 2, just depending on how this first game does go. It all depends on the length. You know, as you guys know, I do like to try and keep my videos. I think ideally the ideal length of a video, personally for myself watching, you know, from my point of view, a viewing point of view for other people's videos, is, you know, anywhere between probably 8 and 12 minutes. You know, anything longer than that, and unless it's something I'm really, really into, I'm probably going to lose interest and not want to finish watching it off. And I think that's the same, you know, with my videos as well. With some of the Don Bradman ones, you know, it does, I wouldn't say that it gets boring kind of thing, because I do like to talk about a lot of the stuff that is happening in world tennis, obviously, but you know, I think especially in batting and when there isn't much cricket going on to talk about, you know, there are potential times where it is just very boring, you know, for both batting and bowling, I should say. You know, bowling possibly in those middle overs where we're not really getting anything, we're just going out bowling maidens, going for 1, 2, 3 off and over. You know, that's not really what people want to see. They want to see boundaries, they want to see action, and you know, that is what you can get when you go and use, you know, do a bit of editing. So it's something that, you know, obviously coming up to Christmas now, just thinking of the date, I think, you know, we are only, you know, it's not long to go until Christmas whatsoever. I think, you know, it's about a month. Look at my computer, 24th today that we're doing this video, so it's just over a month away. So it is going to be a very busy period leading up to Christmas, but I do have about 2.5 weeks off around the Christmas period. So I think that potentially, you know, is a time obviously to just chill out, spend some time with some family and some friends, catch up with everyone, but it's also an opportunity, I guess, to learn a bit more about this editing software, and, you know, have a little bit more time to go and edit some videos and just make them a little bit of a higher quality. However, that does mean I'm not going to be doing it for every video. You know, I think the way that my Don Bradman ones go at the moment, I think they are very good. I think, you know, just the way that we go and talk about, obviously keep everyone informed with world cricket, you know, stuff that's happening around the world, domestic cricket when it starts to come up, obviously Big Bash League's not far away in Australia, the McDonald's Super Smash that we have here in New Zealand, that's our domestic T20 competition, is very, very close to starting. So, you know, there is going to be a lot that is to talk about, and you know, if you do go and edit out, it does make it very difficult to discuss those things, to talk about those things. You know, it just doesn't really make them ideal. But the one good thing I did get with this editing software, and it's something that I know will make quite a few people happy, is that I now do have an extra screen recorder, sorry. So there is no need to use Bandicam now. We have no limit on the length of time that we're doing recordings. We don't have a watermark down on the bottom either, which is quite nice. And it does mean potentially there are a few more PC I guess, style recordings that will be coming up in the very near future. We get the Retro Americana costume for Yelena, which is quite cool. And as I said, we are going to be doing 2 games in an episode just to try and speed things along. But that, I guess, is what is happening with all the editing and stuff like that. And would you believe it, we are actually going to be playing some doubles. So that is absolutely crazy. The first time that we have played doubles in this game here. So that is going to just be a computer it would be quite cool. I mean, potentially doing doubles, and it could be quite cool to get someone in, possibly, one of my flatmates, Shelby, if she did want to come in and obviously play some doubles with us. I think it would just be quite cool. Something, as I said, a little bit different, and it does. So obviously, this is the differences between singles and doubles, but it would be quite cool to obviously have someone else in the video to do something like that. And this is a new court that we're playing on. First time that we've played in the Nakagawa, I believe it is, river court, grass court. And it will be very interesting to see what does happen with doubles. Because doubles, I wouldn't say that I struggle with, in other tennis games. But I do prefer to do it all myself. So, but I mean, if little Beat Boy is going to go and do that, then, I'm not going to complain too much. We're still playing, obviously, first to 4 games, so there's still a lot of time left to go. Beat Boy, you should have got there, son. See, this is what I'm talking about. Just go and steal everything, steal the shots, but that's not going to matter because we, as I said, are going to try and speed through this game here. So we just need to try and do the serve and volley, and that's why I don't like playing doubles. You obviously put a little bit more reliance on your partner to go and do something, and in that situation there, he just could not get it done. And once again, I was going to say he's actually got in my way, but that's a very nice return that we have managed to go and get. Little lob. Oh, I forgot that square doesn't do anything in this game. Doubles is my downfall. I really should have played this with someone else, but I was looking to go a little bit just for the slice, but I forgot that slice was actually circle. Good work, Beat Boy. Finally, you get the smash ace. We go up 40-30, and I must say doubles is a little bit harder at the moment than singles was, but if we can get that serve and smash gameplay going, it is going to make it easier. But I think what is probably going to be most interesting is when our partner has to come up and serve and we have to play up at the net. Now, we're not really a serve and volley kind of player. We more like to keep the rally short. As we know from previous videos, do like to keep it the rally short. We will come up to the net, but if we do come up, it is basically just to finish things off very early on. So we will, as I said, have to wait and see. It'll be very interesting next game when Little Beat Boy, I can't actually remember his name, when he comes in to have a serve. So we just, as I said, need to keep going and try, as I said, not to try and do it all ourselves. We do have to have a little bit of reliance on our partner there, who, at the moment, this is the one thing. If we look at this is the one thing when you are playing doubles, or even just when you are playing in general, that coaches hate. And we'll all have a look at it right here now. As you can see, the receiver that isn't receiving the serve, but on the other side, our receiver, our player, is in absolute no man's land. If you're at the net, you either have to be up in front of that service line, and you're at the baseline, you have to be back at the baseline. You don't want to be up there in no man's land, basically just hanging on the service line. That is not what you want to see. That there potentially could be a very good ploy in the future, just to go and lob. But as we can see, this is what happens when I try and do it all myself. We get one into the net, which we haven't seen in a wee while. And again, this game has gone the distance. It's gone to 40-30 or 30-40 because we are receiving. But we are going to put that one away. Head in 2 games to love, and that is exactly what we like to see. So the game goes to the receiver. It is now our chance to have a serve, and once again, just standing in that no man's land. So we are going to try and fix that very early on, because otherwise it is going to make things quite difficult on ourselves. And as I said, we do just need to have a little bit of faith in the wee fella that is playing on our side here today, because he can go. He has hit quite a few winners for us. So as I said, we just need to make sure that we don't... Oh no. I was going to say that I don't overdo it. Don't try and outplay him too much, because when we know, when I go and when I'm actually letting him do some stuff, we aren't actually playing that badly. When I'm not trying to be a bull hog, shall we say, then it is making it a lot easier. And I must say that our volley game today in doubles has been absolutely incredible. And that basically that's all doubles is. Doubles tennis, if you watch doubles, it is basically serve and volley. That is all it is. Serve and volley. Like, you get a good serve in as a server, you go, push them into the back court, then your guy who's up at the net, the volleyer, will just come in and just, boom, put it away, just like that there. We're up 3 games to love. We've got 1 game left to wrap up this set. And as I said, hopefully we can head in, carry on our dominance, that we have had in singles as well. We have been winning most of our games 4 to love. But after this, we do just have 1 more game left in the amateur class before we can go and get there. We get the return ace. That one there has actually been hit straight in to the volleyer at the net. Again, that is something that I have never ever seen before. So potentially it is just a doubles thing. And we've wrapped up this last game very, very quickly. Still the point left to go, but up love 40 in the, and we now do have match point. I was going to say we have match point, which has, as I said, this game we have raced through. And we're going to get that there again. As I said, volleying has been on point today. You can't really fault too much there in regards to that there. So we got the domination, we got the game set and match, as you can see. And we have now unlocked this awesome new court that we do have to play on. It is quite nice with the river and obviously the bridge in the background. But that is exactly what we want to see. 1 win left until we go up a class, until we move out of amateur class on to whatever is next. But I'm going to wrap things up here, guys. Do hope you've enjoyed this video. This is Cliffy, your King of Career Mode, signing out.